What's up? So, it's Christmas Eve. Or the December the 24th to people who don't care. And, look, we got Santa's workshop to clean, guys. And then after that, we have some Back to the Future to take care of because we didn't finish that. And then after that, it's the holiday. I don't really expect anybody to be here, let's be honest. It's Christmas Eve. But, you know, figure don't have anything planned for Christmas Eve morning. So might as well keep going for anybody who doesn't really give a shib about Christmas. So let's get started with some of the Santa's Workshop DLC. Someone who's good at power washing and keeping secrets. That's a powerful friend to have. Someone who can power wash and keep secrets. And we need our very own Christmas miracle. Need to clean up Santa's shop. Okay? They've been working hard all year to bring you your shit. Now it's dirty. Needs to be cleaned. How big is this place? Holy shib. Did this just come out? Yeah, I guess they did it just for the winter time. Dude, this looks like this looks horrible. This is not work. Like they had a blacklight party in here. They had like a straight up like frat blacklight party in this place. Look at it. This is not caused by working on toys. This is caused by a party. Santa and the elves got a little crazy. Let's go short extension. Apparently there's like 500 dings in this. It was Christmas Eve, a night we look forward to for one special reason. They're gonna, yeah, he's gonna be honest. They partied. They frickin' partied their elf asses off. Pitches next year's toy ideas to Santa. This year, Ivor was a little carry them through Santa Novice and Stephanie Peaks. What could the story possibly be? We knew they had to be really good. Dude, it's gonna be a party. Like, that's the only thing that makes this level of dirt and insanity. That's the door? Oh, okay, I get it. The employee entrance is small because they're elves. But the big door... Oh my gosh, I don't even get all the dings. I don't even get all the dings. Boom. And this represents 1% of the DLC. Boom. I also saw on the TikTok that I guess they have a VR version of this game now. And it's like, huh, is it worth buying an entire VR headset? It isn't, but it's still probably a pretty cool idea. But I am like, what could cause... So for it to be dirty like this, something happened that coated the entire interior in soot. Just dark soot. And then, like, just absolutely insane neon-colored things on top of it. That's where Santa hangs up the work clothes. Also, it's free, Shadow. You want to buy metaverse devices? Yeah, that's one of the big detractors, is that it's meta devices, which I don't really want to purchase and have in my home. Oh shit, we got all the little elves. We got all the little elf clothes too. But shouldn't there be like hundreds? Or do they all share the same clothes, which seems illegal? Seems like uncool working conditions. I think these elves have grounds to strike and or unionize. Or first unionize, then strike. Oh my gosh, there are just... It's just... I guess I must have the dings off, but there are just tons of ding opportunities. But yeah, Shadow, like I was saying, this is free. Like, the only reason I'm playing is because it's free. I was not going to buy another DLC after the Back to the Future one. Oh, yeah, good point. I must have turned off the music. I wonder if there must be special music, right? Okay, maybe not. Well, I know that there's tons. Like Christmas is one of those things that will just They'll always make money off someone. So having a Christmas movie is always a financially... Well, yeah, I mean, it's combining two things that white women love. Getting married to princes and Christmas. I'm sure you could clip that out and put it on some alt-right shit, but like... all women. I'm going to talk about all women now. Every single woman that's ever existed. They all want to be princesses. And why do they want to be princesses? They don't want to be queens. Because queens have responsibilities. Princesses just sit around and do what? Spend the king's money. Right? Right, guys? Can I have a sponsorship to, like, creatine and some other hydration drink bullshit? Or workout supplements? Because I've generalized all women into something and complained about them. Yeah, I think that's why, like, the good Christmas movies hit so hard. Because, like, all of the shitty Christmas movies just overpopulate. Especially now in the days of streaming services where it's like, we can knock this out in a couple of hours on the weekend. Let's make like 75 of them. Nice. You know what this looks like? Now it's coming to me. It looks like this place was vandalized by the Joker's gang from the Tim Burton Batman movie. Just throwing paint all over the walls. Probably to Prince. Entrance star. You gotta have your entrance star. Like a karate Christmas miracle. Yeah, it must just be so easy to make those garbage movies. Because, like, you can roll up on Netflix, or, like, which one was it? I think it was Paramount, because they don't really have a good interface for looking up, like, every movie on their platform. Because that's something I do, like a weirdo. I go to the platform, I go to all movies, and try to get through them quickly, and quickly add movies that I want to see to my list. And they don't really have a good interface. A kid thinks if he gets a black belt by Christmas, his dad will come back? Well, did his dad leave saying out loud, look, if you can get a black belt and protect this family, maybe I'll come back? Look here, kid. Listen up, buckaroo. You're the man of the house now, and that means you need to protect the family with martial arts training. That kid is gonna, like, if that kid was real, and there are kids, there's millions of people, there's probably kids like that. But, like, obviously, just that idea, if it was real, is proof that people need access to therapy. So, you believe that your father's love was conditional on your ability to get a black belt? No, you understand that that's ridiculous and absurd. You cannot roundhouse kick your feelings of abandonment. You can't wax on, wax off the trauma of having a terrible father. Oh, boom. Look at that entrance. I also saw Christmas Mountain. Slim Pickens is an angel who needs his wings by having a guy be nice to others. Why is it somebody else's responsibility to get this dude his wings? There was one of the early, I guess it wasn't early, but one of the movies I did on stream for Christmas, when I tried to find Christmas movies during the Christmas time, there was one that involved angels, like, fucking around with the dude's life, and there was like 3 of them. I was like, you guys got nothing fucking better to do? All 3 angels need to be involved with this? Oh, that's right. Hold on. I think... hold on... There it is. Christmas sweater. Forgot about it. Is there a new... There it is. Pacifist. Got all these. I don't really need these. All these. Okay. There we go. Now it's all Christmas themed. You know why Santa's workshop is so dirty? Sin. Because even Santa Claus needs to worry about his eternal soul. I guess it depends on how intense your religious upbringing is, how you deal with Santa. Oh, you think Santa Claus is cool? Yeah, well, he's of the devil, giving you materialistic things, trying to distract you from the Lord. So he's an instrument of Satan. Why do you think Santa and Satan are so close? It's like Saruman and Sauron. I don't really want to get rid of the wall that says nice, but I'm gonna have to. Santa's list. There are more than just that many kids. Is my name on here? Let's find out. Is there a single Kirk on this list? There's a Krampus on the naughty list, which is funny. By the way, this is an official naughty or nice list. You don't want that shit. Bullshit. The bastard? Doesn't look like there's any Kirks on this list at all. I've already been forgotten about. You looking through more Christmas movies, Shanno? Because that is pretty entertaining. And I'm sure there, for every actual interesting one, where it's like a story that seems unique, there's about 500 where it's like, woman cares too much about her job, goes back to her hometown that she doesn't like anymore, meets a man who's a good old down-home guy, finds out that maybe her life is not as cool as she thought it was. Decides that she has to use her super independent women powers to save something in the town that she remembers fondly as a child, and realizes that she still loves the town and everyone in it. Small Town Christmas Lady. Coming to every streaming service about 25 times. It's always a widower. Well, sometimes it's a widower. Right? Because sometimes it has to be like a single... Like, I think widower is, probably it's... There's like a year cutoff. Where at one point it was always a widower. And then it turned into single lady. Career woman that was so focused on her job that she didn't have time for no man. Ladies just want that Danny Tanner tea. Oh, ladies. All ladies, all women. Remember, Shadow. That's one part about social media, TikTok, the internet, all of it, that I just... makes me want to leave it all behind. Just the generalization of, like, all experience. Yeah, well, you know what men do, you know what women do, and it's like, everybody's fucking different, man. And even if you've experienced the same thing from a group of people 50 times, there are still other people that will not act like that in the same situation. I don't know. What the hell is this? It's also, like, it's so sooty that it reveals little treasures. That's probably the other cool thing about PowerWash simulators. Like, oh, look at this! Look at you hiding in all this dirt. Like all these presents. All little presents for the kiddies. Yeah. I hope Susie likes a water-soaked Game Boy. This is classic Santa's Workshop shit. There's no Game Boys. It's all toys made out of wood and cloth. I remember that was always kind of the, like... That was kind of like one of the moments I started to not believe in Santa Claus. Was when it was like, wait, if this dude has a workshop, right? And it's usually always described as almost like a wood shop. Like where they make really simple toys. And it's like, yeah, but kids don't want that shit anymore. They want a PlayStation 2. And I don't know if these elves are building fucking PlayStation 2s up in the North Pole. I'm ruining those sponge dinosaurs. Or those sea people. The, like, brine shrimp sea people sets that I only know existed from an episode of South Park. Called Simpsons already did it. I've got it. Sea men plus sea people equals society. Yeah, it is true that I'm just destroying presents. I'd be ripping the wrapping off. There'd just be a bunch of trash in here now. There was a Sea People TV show in the early and mid-90s. It was an awful kid show. Yeah, I can't imagine it was good. I think I was just too young, like only by a couple years, for like there was like an era where every movie that was even close to being successful got like an animated television show. And I think I was, like, my memories started after that time. Because I remember seeing, like, YouTube videos where people talk about, like, oh, yeah, the old Ace Ventura cartoon show. And you're like, what? But I remember watching Ace Ventura. Maybe it was home video. But it made absolutely no sense. Oh shit, we got a world map? Nice. Yeah, right? Like, they had a show for that. They had a show for, like, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. RoboCop. One Day's Till Christmas. Oh, shit! I played this on the right day. Oh, are they gonna have the same controversy Barbie did because of how they labeled Asia? Alrighty. I do not know what I'm standing on. Oh, the Christmas tree. Damn. Goddamn, I say goddamn. Hold on, how do I lift you up again? Oh, crap. I just wanted to get you off the ground. Damn lantern, are you kidding? There we go. Lantern's clean. Cool. Let's just take you and put you here. Rambo, Mortal Kombat, Conan, Highlander, all G-rated kids movies. That's crazy. But I think I talked about how, like, Rambo, First Blood, the first Rambo movie, is, like, good. And has, like, a very clear point, and, like, has a reason to be celebrated and considered a good movie. And then all of the rest of the Rambo movies are just, like, Sylvester Stallone being like, yeah, let's just make more sequels, because that's what I did with Rocky, right? And it's like, no, did you watch First Blood, the movie you were in? Like, that movie's an anti-war movie because it literally, like, makes people inhuman. And if we are going to send people to war, when they come back, we shouldn't treat them like shit just because they might be a little strange because you sent them to war and turned them into killing machines. And you're like, wow, what a great message. What a very cool and good movie about the human condition and about how we treat soldiers and how we just expect people to get rid of their humanity for our interest when that was Vietnam. So, like, almost basically no reason. Give up your humanity, participate in some horrible, horrible thing that'll screw you up forever and give you PTSD, and then First Blood's over, and they're like, okay, so Rambo First Blood Part 2, how badass is John Rambo? And you're like, no. He's not badass. He's a sad, tragic, sad character that should make you feel sad. I'm like, no. He's badass. I'm like, okay, well, do whatever you want to do, man. Obviously, quality is not what's for sale. It'd be like after Oppenheimer, Chris Nolan just made a sequel that was like, oh yeah, did you know John Oppenheimer made bigger weapons? And it killed way more people, and he thought it was super rad and badass. Okay, it wouldn't be the exact same thing, because Oppenheimer's a real person, but that same sentiment. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking presents under this tree. A lot of nooks and crannies. What? Okay, there is music. It's just really, really low. So this tree is blue? You're also talking about the audience that likes Fight Club and Scarface for the wrong reasons. Yeah. I'm glad I watched Scarface when I did. Fight Club too. Because I waited a little while to watch those, mostly because my parents were like, no rated R movies. But I do remember when I got to Fight Club, I was like, oh shit, okay. Okay, I kind of get this thing. I get why this is a good movie. And then everyone was hard at work. Uh-oh, what's the second part of the story? French Bob. Everyone was hard at work. Things were testing durability of their rocket ships on the ceiling, whilst Mullet was fine-tuning the high notes of the xylophone. What the fuck? Was this a trip? So all the elves are named by their hairstyles? That seems not cool. I don't know what my neighbors are doing, but they're making very strange noises. But yeah, what was I talking about? Scarface. I remember when I saw Scarface, I was like, people idolize this dude? Like, did they watch the movie? If I was named after my hairstyle, I'd be called Standard Boy Haircut. I've had since 7th grade. Yeah, if we were to do based on haircuts, mine would definitely be Dad mentions that I should get a haircut every time I mention hair near him. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, also, I went to Costco yesterday. And right before I had gone to Costco, I saw a video, a TikTok, as the kids say, and because that's what it is, where a gentleman said, hey, if you're thinking about going to Costco the day before Christmas Eve, don't. You're not ready for it. And I didn't have to buy anything at Costco. I was there for other reasons. But, yeah, that dude was right. Costco on Christmas Eve is basically, that's hard mode. That's no save mode of your favorite video game, man. That's taking it up an extra notch. Oh, wow. Wow, they really... This level was really made for the people who love the dangs, man. So many different little areas. Now we play the fun game. What part of this fucking workbench am I missing? The dings are my favorite part of Spaceballs. Oh, goodness. I had not watched that in quite some time, and I've heard some people talking shit about it. So I was like, I should give that another shot, and then it literally didn't hold my attention, which is usually a pretty bad sign. I think I got distracted on my phone with something, and then I just completely ignored the movie. Which, like I said, not a good sign. For example, I also threw on Gremlins and Gremlins 2, and I literally stayed up a little bit later in the evening than I would normally just to finish Gremlins 2. Which I think says more about me than the movie itself, but... Fireplace present. That doesn't seem like a good idea. That's just asking for the present to burn. Well, your present could have burned. Oh, look at that. We got a window showing the lovely winter wonderland of the North Pole. Huh. Guess they didn't really think anybody would come right up to the window. Good job, PowerWash Simulator, dropping the ball again. I guess in this case it'd be dropping the snowball. I never finished Gremlins 2. I've seen enough parts of it. I haven't seen it all. Gremlins 2 is a cocaine-filled fever dream of insane ideas. And Leonard Maltin. Probably one of the oddest cameos ever. Because he gave the first Gremlins a bad review. So they had him in Gremlins 2 being assaulted by gremlins. Movie night. This Thursday at 7 p.m. Let's see that Rick Baker produced. Movies only rated PG, so no Die Hard at Christmas at Santa's movie night, I guess. Also, PG, depending on the year, PG can get away with some shit. Alright, I'm a fourth done. Yeah. I do, Gremlins is one of my go-to Christmas movies. I think Gremlins 2 is just kind of like, I don't know, it's just proof that a sequel can just completely miss the point but still be entertaining in some ways. At least to me. But so many sequels, like, you could see that they missed really what makes the first one good. And it's just disappointing. And then there are some sequels where you're just like, what were they thinking? But also, this is great. Google is telling me it sounds like Kirk Stamp. The NORAD, Also, I did see there was like an interview with someone explaining why NORAD does that every year and how it started. And it started because a radio station like tried to run a promotion where you could call Santa, but they put the number down wrong, and it was actually to a NORAD station, and they thought it was like some trick, like some national security risk trick, and they called up, like they called everybody they could to figure out what the hell was going on, and then eventually it was explained to them what happened, and they said okay, and then they sent an official official notice about Santa's whereabouts over that phone line, and then they started to, I guess, do that for like radio stations and stuff, and then it became the official like NORAD Santa tracking thing, just because a radio station fucked up and put NORAD's number instead of whoever they got to pretend to be Santa Claus. I might be butchering that story, but still cool. I've been saying it for years. Shadow, by the way, you didn't tell us exactly when you're going to be on Alex Jones. Talking about the water turning the frogs gay and... I can't afford to be on Alex Jones. We never went to the moon. We're getting all our conspiracy theories mixed up. I need to see that Godzilla -1 movie that came out, because I hear it's really, really good. But anytime Godzilla gets brought up, or King Kong, I'm just reminded of that Godzilla vs. Kong movie where it starts and they're like, hey, you know how the Earth is hollow? And you're like, I'm sorry? Well, actually, it starts with, hey, Kong is best friends with this deaf indigenous girl. And you're like, oh, okay. And then, hey, you know how the Earth is hollow? I guess. You believe in the moon? I was listening to a podcast that I'm sure you would not enjoy, Shadow, called "This Is Important" with the gentleman from the television show Workaholics, and it's just a podcast where they bullshit. And they were talking about how Buzz Aldrin punched a guy who claimed he never went to the moon, and one of them saying, "That tells me that they never went to the moon. Like, you get that upset that you have to punch the guy. It tells me that you never actually went to the moon, and you have to save face." And then another one was like, "No, they got up there and they just couldn't find it. So they're like, well, let's flip a bitch, get back to Earth." Can't find this moon everybody's talking about, so I guess we're packing it in early. And we'll get back, we'll make some footage. Gosh, this extension is like cheating. little circles, like brushing your teeth. Like brushing your teeth. Hey, Shadow, did you do your Spotify Wrapped? I only asked because we had Squirtle on here talking about their not Spotify Wrapped, their Twitch Wrapped. I guess there's a Twitch Wrapped because everybody's got to wrap their shit. And wrap it up. I don't use Spotify. I only use Spotify because Apple Music literally, like, dropped a handful of albums from my favorite bands that I was like, hey, where are these? And they just didn't respond. And I'm like, okay, well, they're not Spotify exclusive, so I don't know why you don't have them. But I'll go over to Spotify until you can figure it out. But I don't really like the Spotify Wrapped shit. For different reasons that we don't have to exactly go into. Little circles. Little circles. Get in there. Get those teeth. What happened to the music? God damn. Some of these songs are just so low that you can't hear them. You think there's a market for a black comedy? I guess dark comedy would be a better word. But I've heard the term black comedy, but it's not referring to African American comedies. I don't know why I'm focusing on this point and not the actual pitch. But do you think there's a market for a dark comedy about an elf that converted to Judaism and wants to introduce Hanukkah traditions at Santa's workshop? And just the, like... And no one's, like, strongly anti-Hanukkah, but this just creates issues in the workplace. Why would that be a dark comedy? Well, because it's sensitive issues, and if you were to really really hit it hard with the comedy, then it would get into some dark areas. I feel like you have to say that if the comedy has the potential to offend people. Because if you just say a comedy and then you say that, it'd be like, well, that's not really cool for the blank community, and just just insert what community it's offensive for. Like, oh, well, it's a dark comedy. It pokes fun at the dark side of life. And I also think you have to do that with any Christmas movie that is not immediately family friendly. Because Christmas is so just automatically considered like a family friendly thing. It's almost like when you say Disney movie. Like a Disney movie has to family friendly and kid friendly. And I feel like starring Seth Rogen and be ho 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 continues this stupid laugh. Yeah, like they did The Night Before. I think it was a rated R comedy. It was a raunchy comedy. I guess rated R comedy would be a better term for it. Like, when you think about, like, Home Alone. Home Alone had, the first Home Alone and second Home Alone had parts of it that weren't exactly cool later in life through a modern lens for children. But it got a pass because of the time it came out and how old we all were when we saw it, and how we still love it to this day because it's also just a great fucking movie. But when you think about that and compare it to, like, the new Home Alone that Disney shat out and tried to give to us as if it's an actual Home Alone movie, that movie, like, was so watered down in terms of the violence and the villain motivations, whereas, like, the first Home Alone, it's like those were bad guys doing bad guy shit, and you just accepted it from the moment they started doing the bad guy shit that they're bad guys. And all the pain that they endure is acceptable because they're bad dudes. Whereas Home Sweet Home Alone had to be like, well, you know, what are the circumstances? What leads these people to try and break into this home? And maybe they're not that bad. And you're like, guys, fucking rewatch Home Alone. Rewatch Home Alone and remember what it was like to watch it. The reason we cheered when those dudes got hit by paint cans and definitely got brain damage was because they were bad dudes. It was Joe fucking Pesci and Daniel Stern fucking batting 1,000 as these absolute doofus characters. Damn, that fucking movie's so good. Kimmy Schmidt needed a kidney, so Jojo Rabbit tries to kill her. No, it was stupider than that, because I'm guessing you haven't seen it. Shadow? I'm gonna guess you haven't seen it. Like, God, it's so dumb. So fucking dumb. They're still talking about what happened to cause this level of dirty, and I don't think it's even possible to explain. High-top launches the plane across the room, or 1 in a million shot, wedges itself deep in the mechanism of the present wrapping machine. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. There's like this once in a life, like this very expensive collectible doll as this family is selling a house, and the boy who plays the new Kevin McAllister sees this doll and kind of gives it like a look over and was like, oh, what's up with this fucking doll, but leaves the doll, like doesn't take the doll, just like kind of clocks the doll and then leaves it. The couple who's selling the house, who doesn't want to sell the house, find out that the doll is worth a lot of money and then can't find the doll, which they could then use to pay off their house. They only suspect that boy and then go to his house and figure, oh, the kids stole it. It's in their house somewhere. We just have to find it. And we're going to wait until they're out of the house and break in and steal it. And it's like, okay, guys, let's put our adult pants on and think about this for a second. One, it's their right to that thing. It's their property. So they have every right to just go to the door and be like, hi, you have our doll. But it's like a series of miscommunications until they're breaking into the home and the kid is like torturing them. And it's like, dude, that's not how you do it, because then I feel bad for the villains because they feel like they were wronged and now this kid is torturing them. That's not how you make a Home Alone movie. And I haven't seen the other sequels, which I want to at some point in life. Home Alone 3, Home Alone Holiday Heist, and I believe there's another one. But you don't make your villains sympathetic in a movie like that. Because then it just seems like this kid is torturing adults for no reason. Home Alone, it was like, I'm defending my house. The robbers are even more pissed off at the kid because the kid keeps tricking them and embarrassing them. First Home Alones are so good. And really the only villains in Home Sweet Home Alone are like rich douchebags. Like those are the only actual villains, which is like, oh, that's admirable. It's leaving with the message like, oh, if you're a rich dickhead, then you're an asshole, but everybody else is A-okay. Which is different than the Home Alone, because the McAllisters were the rich assholes. The McAllister had to be that super rich to afford those vacations with that many kids. Give me that clean roof. Daniel Stern was in a lot of kids' movies. Home Alone, Little Monsters, Rookie of the Year, Bushwhacked, and All the Wonder Years. I haven't seen Little Monsters or Bushwhacked. I've seen the hell out of Rookie of the Year. And you forgot to mention Chud. Oh, goodness. And from a little bit of movie trivia that I had heard from How Did This Get Made, apparently he was almost in the movie Hell Comes to Frogtown, starring Sir Roddy Piper. But he wanted to work on the script because he thought the script was bad. And he was not allowed to. So he was not in Hell Comes to Frogtown. Oh man, Rookie of the Year I watched a ton as a kid. Thought that movie was so fucking funny. Garden Hoser. Makes me wonder if any queer actors were considered for other roles. Fred Savage and let's like did you say funky butt lovin'? I used to say the line, because I think everybody does this, where like they just gravitate towards like a line from a movie and it doesn't even make really any sense with the situation, but they just have to say it all the time. And one of mine was in the movie Rookie of the Year. They're trying to get you know some time with some ladies, and they're like, invite her to the boat, and he's like, we don't have a boat, we have wood in the vague shape of a boat. And I don't know why, but that was that one line had so much to do with my sense of humor, like going forward. We have wood in the vague shape of a boat. We have wood. Oh man. All right, so we got the roof done. Don't know why the roof was bothering me more than anything else, but the roof is done. Holy crap, I can get it at this distance. What part of the lantern is not clean? Please tell me. Boom. Lantern. Clean. Alright. Oh, damn, that's a big-ass chair. Funky butt lovin'. Did you say funky butt lovin'? Some pitchers think heat is the way to go. I got the solution. Hot ice. We heat up the ice cubes. It's the best of both worlds. It also has a slightly toned down Gary Busey as the Chet Stedman. You are a bomb, Stedman. What the hell is this thing? Who the hell are you? Guess we'll find out soon enough, but... These candles? Let's see if these candles ever work again after I blast them with a power washer. What's up, Clip Clamp? They're cleaning up Santa's workshop. They had a bit of a party. You know, celebrate the end of the work year. Gotten a little, why does it look post-apocalyptic? Well, it was an epic party. Look, when you work as hard as these elves do, all year round, when it's time to let loose, they let loose. And since they don't have the physiology of human beings, they can party pretty damn hard. Oh, jeez. Sorry, dude. That sucks. That's a bummer and a half. Well, man, all you wanted for Christmas was eye infection, right? So, I mean, you got what you wanted. It made me... I had to approve that message because you misspelled got. I know what you meant, and I know you meant no harm by what you said. Oh, man. Sometimes you misspell the word and it means something else. What does that mean? I know that it is a slur of some kind. I believe it's not a nice word for somebody, but I can't remember who. Is it Jewish people? G-O-Y? I think it is. I mean, a quick Google search could illuminate you, I'm sure. I'm pretty... But auto detect got it, so that means it's something. Yeah. Not a good one. But for future archivists, you just misspelled the word got. It's a Yiddish word for non-Jews. Oh, that's right. Language is such a wonderful thing that might turn your day upside down. Bud Click Clap before you came in here, you know, spewing hate. I'm just joking. Well, we were talking about Christmas movies and the movies that people in Christmas movies have also starred in, and we were talking about Daniel Stern in the classic Rookie of the Year. Hating on my eyes. I've never heard it as a slur, just as a term. See, that's why I thought it wasn't too bad, but I also can't be sure anymore. You know what I mean? Because I thought I heard it in polite conversation, but then I also, like, don't know anymore. Words can change, and the meanings can change, and some words can hurt that once did not hurt. So you can't be too careful. Gonna waterlog the hell out of all the shit in this workshop. %, done with the level. What was this? Those paint buckets or other candles? It's a log stool? In the bathroom, a log stool can mean something very different, eh? Poop. These young whippersnappers are taking my words. That's like my favorite thing that older generations say about the policing of words and whatnot. They're like, I can't even tell jokes anymore. And it's like, I have a feeling your jokes weren't funny. Like, I just have that feeling. If you can't tell a joke anymore because of the words you used in the joke, probably wasn't a funny joke. Just saying. But I'm sorry about your eyes, Clip Clap. That's a bummer. For all, well, I mean, I hope that by tomorrow, by some Christmas miracle, you'll earn that black belt and your dad's respect. That's a callback to a joke that you weren't present for. But I still hope you get that black belt anyway, and your dad comes home for Christmas. No, I won't. It's pink eye. I don't know how you got it. Such a bummer. I don't think I've ever had pink eye. Knock on wood. Seems like it sucks. Oh, jeez. Fireplace apparently has a glass cover? Zombie pink eye. That classic South Park zombie pink eye. So I'm gonna have to bring it up close. There we go. I've looked things up to figure it out. Oh, jeez. You got that COVID pink eye. It's a kick in the nards. I mean, that's something incredibly depressing to think about during the holiday season. But I loved when, you know, COVID was in full swing. And we had folks arguing the merits of listening to doctors who said wearing a mask could help prevent it spreading and, you know, attempting to help out your fellow man by, you know, just staying away from them and trying your best to not exacerbate a pretty horrible situation for everybody. And then, of course, other people argued the merits of freedom and how it's been oppressed by people asking them to wear a mask. But I remember the phrase that kept coming up is we do not know yet the long-term side effects of this disease and what it potentially means for the future. And that always stuck with me, that we still do not know what could happen down the road for all of us that may have gotten it or not gotten it or gotten the vaccine for it. Where it's like, we don't know. And it always has the ability to mutate and change and suddenly become resistant to vaccines or suddenly become much more deadly to people who don't have the vaccine. It's all just still up in the air and a giant question mark that we all just live with above our heads in a world of not post-COVID, but post-worrying. Post-worrying so much about it, you know? Hey, we got shit to do. Can't be worried about this disease forever. What is this, the plague? Meanwhile, COVID's like, not yet. Ha ha ha. Hashtag mutate. What does that sign say? Success is just one sled away. Take the plunge. What is that? Wait, what are you advertising? What is Santa Claus advertising to the men there? Take the plunge. It's advertising mass polar plunge. Guys, this Saturday, we're all gonna get into that freezing water. Let's do it. And none of the elves actually like doing it. They only do it because Santa's their boss. And he does it every year. Roto-Rooter. Minnesota. It's only 55 degrees. It's not that bad, man. I was getting ready for you to say, like, oh, it's a -2. If I throw a cup of ice water, it freezes in midair. Minnesota phase, it's more than a blizzard to freeze a dog. I have this tomato plant that won't die. My plants refuse to die outside. Like, I need your pots for other plants. These plants don't understand. I need them to die. I mean, I don't know what this contraption is, but if it uses electricity, I probably shouldn't be blasting it with water. Keep that baby inside for a while. Yeah, man, you got some resilient plants. Just saying no thank you. Or, stick around. Processing machine? What exactly is processing? And why does it need a title like it's buffing up its resume? Oh, processing machine. Oh, cool. So you process what exactly? Also, it says North Pole. Sorry, got a text message. Kirk is popular? Am I? Oh, because I have a text message. I mean, not really. Just from my brother. If I was popular, I wouldn't stop. I'd have to put it on, like, Do Not Disturb to be able to get through a stream, but that ain't happening. And this is a song that sounds like the Allman Brothers. Every nook and cranny, man. They just let off a bomb in here. Kirk is the bomb. This is the quality inspection machine. And so, this whole machine is so that Santa doesn't send out low quality trash at the FBI. The FBI would be like, we have investigated, we have determined that, in fact, Kirk is not the bomb. kidding? I have to get behind these stupid things. GD Grotto wall. Never gonna be clean! There we go. Son of a biscuit. The decoration machine. No. All right, a little stretch. Free stretch. Well, I mean, I still sat in the chair, so it was a stretch without a stand. So you got halvesy of a stand and stretch. Kind of looks like a watermelon, these pipes. COVID starts becoming the word we use instead of filler words for sneezes and coughs. Apologies, COVID. COVID, man. Boy, did that reveal just how selfish some people could be, huh? When they would, like, have symptoms and you'd be like, hey, so should you stay home? Ah. Uh-huh. My extended family and my immediate family call COVID the vid or Rona. Yeah, Rona was used quite a bit in some of the circles I have seen. COVID. How am I gonna get you? Oh, it already did. I have all the machine pipes. Okay. Alrighty then. All this, maybe? No? Come on. Nope. Nope. Fuck. It's falling off all the time. Dun 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 dun. It's never going to be clean because I can't get to the other side because of this lip. And I can't get up there without getting the ladder, which I didn't want to use. Oh, we'll see. Maybe. Just maybe. And get enough of this thing clean. They'll just give it to me. Present wrapping machine immediately seized up. I still want to get to the point where it looks like this place had a bomb, like a soot bomb go off. There we go. Coal pellets. This thing runs on coal? You guys haven't figured out any other cleaner way to run the North Pole? Like, geez, get with the times. Fucking North Pole, man. Just kicking out the coal. What a bunch of jerks. Hold on, I probably should do all of this so that I can bring the ladder over and not feel stupid about it. Cancel Santa. Hashtag cancel Santa. And then Santa's gonna become a alt-right hero. What right does the EPA have to tell Santa Claus how to run his business? I ask you. So some scientists put on their white coats and tell us that his shop has bad practices, and we just have to believe them. I'm telling you right now, these liberal whack jobs, they hate Christmas, they hate toys. That's on Fox News. And then on, like, the YouTube channels, it's... Yeah, I heard that they've been planning to kill Santa for years. Years. It's been a huge conspiracy. The Clintons are involved, so is Bill Gates and Oprah and the Obamas. It's been in the plan for years to murder Santa Claus and the elves. We're talking multiple murders. Because they hate Christmas. They want to take Merry Christmas off our Starbucks cups. They want to take Merry Christmas off of all of our decorations. They want to replace it with Hail Hillary. Well, now it's Hail Joe Biden. They took our jobs. I've been rewatching South Park from the very beginning, and some of their episodes, I'm not going to say that they don't age well. Yeah, some of them do not age well, but some of them don't age well in very interesting ways. Where it doesn't age well at all for, like, reality and truth and science sake, but it also doesn't age well from, like, the fact that the craziest shit that they've said on that show is what the craziest members of the political discourse say today, just with a straight face. Like, I remember someone saying the reason the Simpsons predicting things is not good is because the Simpsons were providing something that they thought was impossible, like so absurd that there's no way in hell this would actually happen, and that was the joke, and it's just happening. Like, so when they have a Simpsons episode that predicts the future, it's not a good thing because the Simpsons weren't trying to predict the future, they were trying to come up with the most absurd shit they could think of. And you're like, oh. And South Park was just like, this is what it sounds like when these people talk, even though that's not what they're saying, this is what it sounds like, and now it's just, no, that's what they're saying. That is exactly what they're saying. You missed a desk leg? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to come back to it. We're not going to leave the desk unclean. Eventually the whole place is going to be clean. Silly Kirk. You know what? I don't like your tone. Basically like calling me the tricks rabbit over here. What was the harm in giving that rabbit some tricks? What was the harm? Why are those kids such assholes about it, man? Just give the kids just give the rabbit some tricks. Just asshole kids. Kids being kids, man. Fuck them kids. Blueprints. I do wish I could come up with more jokes for alt-right Santa Claus conspiracy theories. Well, you know he went to the North Pole to escape all this regulation. The liberal media would never allow a Santa's workshop on American soil because they don't want to produce jobs. They want to take away jobs. They want to tell people what to do. You know, liberals don't even want you to call them elves anymore. They want you to call them height-challenged, pointy-eared fellow humans. I don't. Apparently, elf is a dirty word now. And if you ask an elf right now, you ask any elf, what they should work in? They say coal. Any elf. Go to any elf at the North Pole and ask them, what should we be using for our energy needs? And they'll give you coal. They'll say with a smile on their face, coal, sir. Sure, they're coughing while they say it, but... And hey, liberal dummies, solar isn't gonna work when it's nighttime most of the year. Okay? Alright. Go back to school. Okay? Look at how a globe works. Even though, once again, we're not on a globe. It's flat Earth. It's a conspiracy. How do you think... How do you think Santa can get to all those houses? You think he can do that on a globe? Come on. Wake up, sheeple. I'm a person, and I think you folks will know. I enjoy a good pun. I really do. I love puns. I love dad jokes. Because it's a whole lot of work for, like, no joy in the recipient of the joke. Like, no one's super happy to hear one. They're usually more of just like, cool, great. You've connected the word dots to make your yuck. Fantastic. But when the first, like, person to come up with sheeple came up with sheeple, like, he must have... It's also obviously a dude. I don't know why, obviously. But just when they came up with the term sheeple, they must have just been, like, jumped for joy. Oh my god, sheeple. It's genius. It's the same level of genius as the person that came up with Celebrate for the Stella Artois wine company that they don't use anymore because apparently they hate genius. Celebrate the holidays. Celebrate the Dodgers. Celebrate 4th of July. Celebrate. You have no reason to make any other ad campaign for the rest of time. But they stopped using it because they hate joy. They hate joy over at Stella Artois. No, Stella Rosa. Stella Artois has never used it. Never mind. I'm dumb. Stella Rosa is the one going that used to say Celebrate, and now they don't. Stella Artois should take it. Hey, can we use that now because you guys aren't? Because you hate genius? Our company has no problem bringing the heat in terms of puns. Man, the nooks and crannies on this one are gonna be a bitch. You're gonna already tell. Alright. Oh, I thought that was on top of the wooden thing. I was like, why isn't it working? It's over there. many stock shelves? What am I missing? Just the sides? Yep, just the sides. I also enjoy that a part of this game is like keeping secrets. Like so many of the levels, and including including this one, are like, look, I need you to clean something else, and you need to keep a secret. Like PowerWash dudes have all these crazy secrets, from like the mystical and magical and mythical to like governmental conspiracy, intense. Never before seen technology and whatnot. Can you work a power wash? And can you keep a secret? The Shadow had a we brought up Hollow Earth earlier. That's gonna be the next level. Hi, Power Washer, that can keep a secret. We need you to go underground. So underground that you visit Hollow Earth. Workbench organizer. Had to do laundry. Well, yeah, of course, you need clean clothes. Are you gonna walk around with dirty clothes? Alright, some kind of jabroni? Kirk, when you reach... When? You mean followers? I only have 5 subscribers. So you anticipate that at some point I'm not only going to get... Yeah, I was about to say. Live stream requests. You mean where you request the games? I am shockingly ignorant to how live streams should work while having my own stream. My birthday. Oh, so you just want it for your birthday. So you're speaking out of selfishness. Clip clap. You just want a specific stream for yourself. And you wanted to package it in, well, when you succeed, you should do a request for my birthday. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Clip Clap. I see right through you. Wait, didn't you... Wait, who suggested Little Nightmares? Was that you? Someone suggested Little Nightmares, and I did do that. That was kind of fun. That's right. That's right. Is there something specific that you wanted to see me play? It's been a year, damn. Time flies, man. Time frickin' flies. And next thing you know, you start believing in Hollow Earth. Let me check my Steam. I mean, I have written down in a in my private, that makes it sound even weirder. I've been writing down in my own journal of my thoughts and dreams and hopes and anxieties and nightmares that some days I just wake up and wish I could be paid to play Baldur's Gate all day. And we started Baldur's Gate at such a weird time because then it was the holidays, and Kiwi is one of these people that has, like, plans around the holidays. Maneater. Oh, the shark game? Oh, that might be fun. I'll see about that. We'll see if we can cook that up around February time. But I actually started a second Baldur's Gate games, Maneater and West of Loathing. Kind of a weird sounding game. But we started Baldur's Gate. West of Loathing has puns in it. You're trying to sell me. But, what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, the Baldur's Gate thing. Like, I started a second campaign, and then yesterday I literally started a third campaign, but I didn't save it every 5 seconds like you should, and ended up getting killed by a mind flayer and realized then that I had no saves. And I was like, well, maybe that's a sign to not continue this third campaign, because I wasn't really feeling it that much anyway, based on what I did. So I literally played a D&D game where I died, and that was it. Which is its own reward in some ways. That's how D&D kind of used to be. And still is if you play right and hardcore. It's like your character dies, your character's dead. Dude, I can't... Kirk, please, I'm dying here. I might get Baldur's Gate. I'm not even joking. Baldur's Gate 3 kind of renewed my faith in video games. Like, I thought video games were, like, down the tubes. There's obviously stuff like this, and video games obviously aren't going to go anywhere. But I really kind of was like, man, big video games, maybe I'm over them. Because Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out. It's going to be great. It's going to break every record. It's going to make $1 bajillion. And it's going to be pretty good. I don't think anyone can really disagree that that's probably going to happen. But that's like in its own like corner with Red Dead Redemption 2, and where it's like, yeah, those games are just top tier. You play them because they're so well made. But there's not really, like, games aren't the way that, it ain't the way it used to be, man, where you just, all you want to do is play that game. At least not for me. And I know I've intentionally avoided some games that I knew would take so much time, and but it's like, maybe, you know, maybe the game life is over. You know, maybe the whole stream will just be the, like, 4 games I like to play and movies. And then people who have Baldur's Gate were like, nah, dude, you gotta get it. And I was like, sure, how good could it be? It's the full price game. Everybody's talking about it. It'll probably win Game of the Year. Let's give it a shot. And it's all I would like to do now. If I had if I had my druthers and if I won if I won a huge lottery jackpot tomorrow, my life would consist of probably streaming movies and Baldur's Gate for the rest of time, and Legos. It'd be it. That'd be what I do. And see you when you get back, Clip Clap, because I imagine I'll still be working on this workshop. And finding other games like Baldur's Gate, because I imagine now everybody's going to be trying to sew together their own version of the Baldur's Gate to try and get that Baldur's Gate money, get that Baldur's Gate juice. Some of this workshop reminds me of Prey. That game I started and kind of liked, but wasn't enjoying it on stream. This makes it look like they're torturing that doll. We have ways of making you talk, toy soldier. Alright. Shadow, are you still here? Tend to be quiet sometimes, then I think you've left and you've actually been here. Anyways. Maneater I heard was interesting. West of Loathing. What is West of Loathing? Or is that gonna spoil way too much if you tell me what it's basically about? Or is it like Barbarian the movie and you shouldn't know anything before you go into that one? Stickman game. Like literally stick figures and humor, and it has overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. Well, hot damn. I know I've heard a lot about Maneater because there was a 0 punctuation review of it. Takes place in the West. I enjoy humor. Who doesn't enjoy humor? West of Loathing. I have to put it on my wish list. Keep an eye on it. That Maneater, which is not a game about the creation of the hit song by Hall & Oates, Maneater. Which Clip Clap, I don't even know if you know that song even a little bit. Or know about the musical genius of Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates is dope. I don't usually like to do the get off my lawn music recommendations, but Hall & Oates is dope. And Hall & Oates was always dope. And kids should really take a moment to listen to some Hall & Oates. One of the weirdest concerts I ever went to was Hall & Oates with my parents, and there was so much weed there, so much marijuana at the Hall & Oates show. It was kind of insane. Absolutely next level amount of marijuana at the Hall & Oates show, and it was mostly people in their like 50s. Just a ton of old people smoking weed and drinking wine, listening to Hall & Oates. But they have some bangers, man. Hall & Oates' greatest hits list on like Spotify or Apple Music. Can't go wrong. my gosh, the workshop floor includes that area with the sleigh. Son of a biscuit, dude. Oh, man. Honestly, and I know now it sounds like I'm just joking, just to be ridiculous, but if you could play licensed music on Twitch, I'd probably play some Hall & Oates on occasion. It's just feel good music. Turns out Hall & Oates hate each other now, but you know. If there isn't that back and forth, is the music good? If the people making the music don't end up actually hating each other's guts, was it worth it? I have like a ton of games in your cart. You put them in your cart, you don't just put them in your favorites? Yeah, Baldur's Gate. $150. About $350. God damn it, Loch Ness Monster. Oh, South Park. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. You know, like when you think about what games are worth, like, I feel like I've already gotten my $60 worth out of Baldur's Gate. I'm in Act 1. I haven't even finished that game. I haven't even gotten close to finishing a game. And hot diggity doozle. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much to do in that game still. It was almost like when the first experience of Minecraft, where like you just start playing it and you're like, I can do all of this in a game. Like when you really think about it, the possibilities are kind of endless. Sale ends January 4th, so I'll wait till then. Yeah, I'm counting on a sale at the Costco to last all the way till December 31st to get something for myself, because it's a little too much to ask for Christmas, and I have the money for it, and I gotta get it. I'll remind you about West of Loathing. I'm gonna add it. After the stream's over and I'm breaking stuff down and getting stuff ready, I'll put it in the wish list. Put it in the wish list. Days since last eggnog incident. Classic comedy. Your birthday's on a Thursday. We can make it. We can do an early birthday gift, huh? Ain't no problem celebrating on a Wednesday. Or hell, I can make it Thursday. I have the Shadow could attest. I do have the It's Thursday overlays and branding. It looks a lot like It's Wednesdays. It may look like a cheap redress of it, but I assure you, it's for Thursdays. What does that poster say? Join us for the Christmas party. Christmas Eve Sunday. Birthday's in a month and 8 days. Why is that ew? I think I feel my birthday's in basically an entire year. 11 months or so. Because I'll be old? You're 25. Don't ever say that again. French bob. Oh, that is a hairstyle. French bob, mullet, high top fade, beehive, bangs, pompadour, Vicky Lou. Fourth of a century? Yeah, like I said, being 25 is not old. Being my age isn't old. But, yeah. And some scientists believe that the first person who will be 100 years old easily is already been born. And there's some scientists that think they're about to have some breakthroughs that'll basically be like, aging ain't no thing. Balcony candy cane. Kirk is 700. Nah. I know that I look 23. But all my references say 39. No, it's not true. I won't reveal my age, but I will reveal that I am at the age where I really don't care about what's cool anymore. I used to kind of care, but now I just do not give a flying F word. I look 27. Well, that's a compliment. That's just you being generous. That's you being nice. 27. This guy. Who knew that in the last 2 streams, well, it won't be the last 2 streams of the year, but in the last 2 streams, I will receive probably 2 of the best compliments I've ever received on stream. One, you said I look 27, which is an amazing compliment considering my actual age. And 2, Squirtle said that I was his most watched streamer of the year according to Twitch Wrapped, and revealed how many hours it was, and that was a big compliment, and I appreciated it. Just like I appreciate anybody who spends any time here at Kirk Has Glasses, home of It's Wednesday. Sporadic streams of different video games on Wednesday evenings, as well as Church Has Glasses, more relaxed, long-form streams of different video games, and Monday movies. Well, I appreciate that. You have a lot of options. There's a whole lot of streamers out there. And they're all making different shit. And some of them, just some of them, and I'm not pointing it out, and I'm not saying who, because I don't know, because I haven't met any of them. Some of them are secretly monsters. Not the horrible human kind. They're actually werewolves and vampires and chupacabras. And, you've met Seto. I used to meet Seto almost every day and punch a clock with him and talk about how shitty our job was. Is Seto a vampire? Seto is worse than a vampire. I can't even say what he is. There's not a word in English for it. It's in like the old Norse languages where like shit got real fucked up. Seto is Seto is one of those like Eastern European legends where you hear it, you're like, human beings thought something this messed up? That's what Seto is. But like I said, I can't even name it because it doesn't have a name. I need to start some Twitch beef. I'm starting with Seto, who has millions of people on TikTok and I believe thousands of people on Twitch. Alrighty. Got that bauble. Almost 75. Yeah. Oh, Seto. Kirk is 75. Feels like it. Oh, look, the mail. The mail to Santa Claus. And I'm not talking about his escorts. I'm talking about actual postage. Look, if Santa Claus wants gentleman callers, he's entitled, okay? He works hard. And Mrs. Claus is okay with it. They have an open thing. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, post box. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Just like your teeth. Little circles. Gotta brush them teeth. I wish my teeth weren't shit. Well, you know, I don't know how your teeth ended up shit, but I'm sorry. That's a bummer. Yeah, I've had a pretty good track record with teeth. Mostly because I don't like the sweets in large quantities, and I do brush twice a day. I do brush. I do that brush. You gotta be disciplined, dude. And also, I hate it when you go to the dentist and they spend a lot of time just scraping at your teeth. I hate that feeling. So I was like, if I can prevent that in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna do it. And by God, I got it done. I really am, but I just had my moment of weakness today because I was pissed off about my eyes. I mean, I'll say this knocking on wood, but I am surprised my stomach hasn't exploded from how much Coca-Cola I usually drink, because I drink a lot of Coca-Cola. An ungodly amount of the Coca-Cola. The nooks and the crannies. The nooks and the crannies. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised about my teeth, too, because I drink a lot of soda. Well, actually, I don't drink as much anymore, but I used to drink so much soda that I'm surprised. And I also had braces, and they were like, oh my gosh, you drink that soda with braces, you're going to break them off. And I was like, try me, bitch. They never did. Never did. All the shit they tell you about braces is a fucking lie, dude. It is a straight up lie. I had everything I wasn't supposed to have, and I never broke a single brace. I've blamed it on the milk a lot. I've been like, you know why my teeth are great? Milk, dude. Start drinking it like a maniac. And then people go, no, that's gross. And I'm like, well, then have bad teeth. I'm going to be enjoying my teeth and my milk. You didn't drink the milk. You didn't drink your milk. Maybe that's what I should do to grow in this coming year. I should continue to talk a bunch of fake trash about Seto and just wait for someone to accidentally see a clip of it out of context. And go to him and just be like, man, this guy's talking mad shit about you. And then he'd be like, yeah, I know him. No, he isn't. Because knowing Seto, like even it out of context, he'd be like, "Yeah, he isn't." He's not talking any kind of real shit. He's comparing me to Eastern European monster legends. I doubt he was being serious. Harmless as a butterfly. You hear that, fathers of daughters? Hmm? Harmless as a butterfly. That actually sounded way worse than it was meant to. I'm not coming for your daughters. Guys, I'm not. I'm playing PowerWash Simulator on Christmas Eve. I was talking and somewhat bragging about a third Baldur's Gate campaign. Butterflies will drink blood because of glucose in it. Yeah, and I drink blood too because I love me some glucose. It's a perfect metaphor. I don't know. Women are all about Asterion and Baldur's Gate, and that dude also likes to drink blood as part of his moveset, so... And chicks can't stop talking about Asterion on the Baldur's Gate Reddit, so, you know, maybe being a vampire ain't that big a deal. Why is the Nutcracker hat a separate thing? Why? Why is the Nutcracker hat separate from the Nutcracker? I don't know, man. Look, Kiwi is one of them. Kiwi, you know, I'm so happy. I'm happy that she's part of the stream. I'm happy that we're playing Baldur's Gate together. It's been very, very fun. I've been enjoying every bit of it. But it really started as, oh, I'm going to let you experience the game. I just want to watch. I just want to play another campaign of the game and just watch you react to it. And then after like 2 sessions, she started talking to that dude all the time. Like, it became very clear that she's on Team Asterion, and I've made jokes about it. But yeah, dude, people love Asterion, dude. They love that dude. And the voice actor got the award at the Video Game Awards. I mean, deserved so far from what I've heard and seen of the performance, but people love that Asterion, dude. They're lusting after all those characters. If you make any game where you can bang the characters, every character is getting lusted after in some way. Asterion's getting a little bit more than the others, but they're all... Wait, what? Oh, you can bang every character in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can bang all of the characters, like all of the companion characters. Yeah, you can bang every single one of them. I think Karlach is kind of my speed currently. And I loved how I'm even mentioned that to What the Hetrick, and he was like, yeah, Karlach's the go-to. It reminds me of that one thing, Rule 34. Yeah. Yeah, Baldur's Gate has a lot of... it has a lot of aspects to it that are quite literally adult content. And when you do that for a video game, when people are going to make that adult content anyway on the internet, yeah, that's just a recipe for more than normal adult content. Like something I did not know until Reddit told me, which blew my mind. Apparently there were leaps and bounds in 3D animation software for amateurs simply because of the desire to make BioShock Infinite pornography. Like, there was a huge spike in people getting and rendering in better and better software just because people wanted to make more and more Rule 34 for BioShock Infinite. And it was confirmed on a website where it was like, yeah, the rise in this programming and the need for this program accessibility grew because of the increase in Elizabeth custom pornography from BioShock Infinite. It's not, I mean, it's not something that Fox News wants to hear, but pornography does pave the way for certain technological advancements to meet the marketplace. Like internet distribution, software, like a whole bunch of shit. You could think humanity's need for pornography for some of the most amazing leaps and bounds forward in technology. Humanity is horny. Yeah, I mean, I've had discussions with adults. We were all adults. Where, like, there's this weird thing that happens when you are an adult that becomes an adult with a child where you forget just how curious you once were and how, like, how important it was to have parents that supported the curiosity in a healthy way rather than shame the child, but also not, like, just throw them to the wolves. Like, it is a delicate balance, and it's not easy. But to pretend like, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me that this child saw a breast? And it's like, yeah. And a kid asking questions is not the problem, you know? Because there are people out there that will answer that question for a kid if you don't want to answer it, and that's what you want to prevent. What was the invention? Because now the whole place is covered in soot. He throws out his new invention to everyone. Bags with handles that connect to a wandy thing that you hold in your hand. Is he talking about power washers that they filled with paint? So that's the reason this, answering my question from that misspell, or rather Google. But yeah, I remember a big debate that occurred, and it was mostly between men and women. And it was all quote-unquote Christian men and women. I say quote-unquote because that word can mean different things, and you don't know what's in a person's heart. And I don't want to judge those people. I'm just setting up the story. So everybody stop judging me. But it was a conversation between Christian folks. And I posed the question, if you had a son and you found out that he had seen pornography on the family computer. Now everybody gets a phone, like a computer in their pocket. But you found out that your child had watched pornography on whatever device they watched it on. Are you more concerned that they watched it? Or are do you want to find out what they watched? Are you more concerned that they watched it at all, or are you more concerned in what they saw? And most of the dudes were like, I want to know what they saw. And the other people that were there were like, no, they shouldn't be watching it at all. And we said, no, we can agree on that, but are you at all concerned about what exactly they saw? Because the internet can be filled with some pretty horrific things. And you want to be able to discuss with your child what is healthy and what is not healthy, and what is okay and not okay. And them seeing it is, in my opinion, not the problem, because they're going to end up seeing it no matter what you do. You got to have that conversation about what they saw and what is right and what is wrong. Nice timing, Lizzie. You're talking about porn. Hi, Lizzie. Another healthy reminder that Kirk Has Glasses has been labeled as not appropriate for children. And being here, you had to click on things that said it's not for children. But if you are under the age of 18, please be wary of what you see on the internet and what is labeled what and what is not suitable for your eyes. Yeah. I think it's important for people to understand that, though. That when you're a kid and you're curious, man, especially if they have access to completely unfiltered internet, that's a time bomb. Kirk, tell us a Christmas story. I don't want to make up a Christmas story, because Christmas, like, let's have a rant about Christmas. I think working in retail has kind of ruined Christmas for me. Because when you work in retail, you don't get Christmas. You get one day off from the never-ending rat race of commercialism that people engage in and call Christmas. Now, that doesn't mean that your special Christmas traditions and your special Christmas time is not valid. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's been beaten out of me. And you combine that with the war on Christmas insanity from the Christians that I may have heard for way too long. And what you have is someone that really doesn't, you know, I don't get the whole Christmas thing anymore. But, you know, you are allowed to enjoy your Christmas however you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy your Christmas season. You tell us a story. I don't have a Christmas story. And I don't want to make one up, because stories should be crafted. And I can't craft a Christmas story for you. No, just a story in general. Do you want it to be a story? Now I'm getting in my head about the story. So the answer is no, Clip Clamp. I can't give you a story. I can't give you what you want. It's not your birthday. That's in a month and change. I don't care what it's about. One time when I was a youngin', I was at this hotel with my family. And this hotel had a pool with 2 water slides on it. And the 2 water slides were separated by intensity. And one of them was a water slide for little kids that couldn't swim, where a person was allowed to be at the bottom to pick the kid up after he went down the slide. But that slide, in my opinion, was lame. And for little kids, and I'm not a little kid, sure, I can't swim, and sure, I need floaties. But I ain't up for that little kid BS slide. I want the big slide. So my family worked out a scheme. We'll have my mom at the bottom of the slide to catch me when I get to the bottom of the slide. So we run through it, and we even have my brother, who's a little older, ahead of me, to go down the slide and let my mom know, hey, Kirk's coming. He's going to be coming down the slide, so you got to be there to catch him. So I go down the slide, having the time of my life. Get to the bottom of the slide, nobody's there to catch me. I'm just looking up underneath the water, looking for the person that was supposed to catch me from the slide. It turns out my mother had engaged in a conversation with someone. And what she had said when I had, you know, through tears asked, "Where were you, Mom? I almost died from drowning." She picked me up and we got the water out of my lungs. And she said, "I'm sorry, I was having a conversation with a deaf woman." And of course, because we were a sarcastic bunch, my family, I responded with, "No, you didn't, because she's deaf." So you did not have a conversation with a deaf woman. You communicated with them in the way that you possibly could, but you did not converse with them, and you let me almost drown in this pool. And that became a story that we told quite a bit in my family, as just sort of a ha ha ha. My mother almost had me drown because she met a deaf woman and was happy to talk to her rather than save me from possibly liquid death. This is not an ad for liquid death. The liquid death of drowning. I'll tell you another story. So, I used to go to church camp when I was younger, and I'm guessing this is middle school times, probably 8th grade, I want to say. 8th grade-ish, I think was the time. And I'm coming back from some church activity, probably Jesus-related. And we go back to the camp, and I don't even remember the names of these. So it wasn't 8th grade. It must have been 6th grade. Because I don't remember ever hanging out with those dudes again. No offense to them. Not after this experience. This experience didn't lead us to not be friends. It's not like a PTSD experience. It's just, I was trying to get the time right. I'm over-explaining the story. It doesn't matter. But we were coming back from something, and the door was open to our cabin. Door's just open. And I was like, well, that's weird and odd. So we slowly go into the cabin. And this is winter camp, so I was like experiencing somewhat cold weather for a Southern Californian. Like probably like 30s. Higher 30s, because we didn't even get snow that year, I don't think. Well, we're coming to the cabin. Cabin door's open. And we're looking around to see if someone may have, like, left it open. Someone's in there. They didn't go to the Jesus activity, so they're probably going to hell. Not seeing anybody, but we hear some shuffling. We hear some shuffling and some movement in the back of the cabin. So we slowly make our way to the door, and in a flash, just a flash of like brown fur goes past all of our legs and out the front door. Like it was supersonic speed. Flash. And we were like, holy shit, I think it was a squirrel. At least I certainly hope it was a squirrel. And then I start to feel like a pain. Not like a excruciating pain, but a pain in my legs. And I look down, and I have 3 giant slashes on one of my legs, and then 2 slashes on my other leg. And they're just pouring blood. Just pouring blood. And the guy next to me has some smaller ones, and then the third guy, who was a little bit closer to the entrance of the cabin, has like 1. And we walk to the nurse with just what we would call gaping wounds. Like, it turns out we were fine. It wasn't like even needed stitches, but they had to put that stuff that hurts to sanitize it. And then they put these giant pads to sop up all the blood. And we went to get some dinner in the mess hall, and people immediately saw that and were like, so what happened? And because I didn't have a better explanation, I was attacked by a squirrel. And I became the dude attacked by a squirrel for the rest of that trip, because the other guy could hide their bandages and I really couldn't because my slashes were large. So yeah, I was the guy that got attacked by a squirrel. Even though those buddies also got attacked by squirrels, maybe that's why I don't hang out with them anymore. They fucking abandoned me. They fucking abandoned me to the embarrassment of being attacked by a wild animal by myself. Maybe that's why I don't talk to them. And I hope they, probably was something bigger. Yeah, it was, I mean, I don't know, man. It just was an instant, and it was out of that. And I don't know, like, the amount of time we saw of that creature and how much damage it did to our legs, I don't know what it was, but it was made of magic and light. Hold on. Do I got another story? Let's do more stories. Why not? Well, the theme seems to be embarrassment and death. Oh, I gotta stop the stories because you gotta be right back because you decided to do laundry? That sounds like a big bowl of your problem. Oh. Clip clap. What a jerk. Right, Lizzie? If I have 2 viewers, the thing I should be doing is pitting them against each other. That's streaming 101. Get the people who are watching your stream to resent and dislike each other. Pretty sure that's in the Day 1 handbook over at Twitch University. Trying to think of a quick story, but I don't have quick stories. I draw them out with useless detail. I mean, I do one Christmas. I did. I think I got. It wasn't good. Was it Christmas? I think it was Christmas. Well, I think maybe birthday was Guitar Hero 2. I remember because of my, I would call it possible mental disorders, or personality disorder, but because of, everything is so literal and serious, and I want to know what's going on all the time. I do know at one point on a Christmas, I was gifted Guitar Hero 3. Nope, that was a birthday. Because it was a big birthday gift. It was 18th birthday. That was that one. Because I was asked, do you want a big party for your 18th birthday or a really expensive gift? And I was like, PlayStation 3 me, please! parties are for everybody else, but that PlayStation is for me. My brother asked for the big party, and what did he get? A social gathering with his friends and loved ones? Boo. I want a PlayStation 3. That was $600 and sounded like an airplane. But that PlayStation 3 had backwards compatibility. And HD graphics. I think Guitar Hero 2 must have been a birthday. I mean, it must have been Christmas then. And I played that game so much that the walls started to move when I looked at them. Because of the Guitar Hero track, as I'm sure you're aware, Lizzie. The moving track, if you look at it too long, will then start to make your walls move. At least according to your eyes. That was a damn good Christmas present. Most of my Christmas presents, as I'm sure you could tell, were things that then sent me back to my room. I've done that. And I play Guitar Hero so much, the walls would move when I looked at them. But hey, it's not like these kids today with their iPads. If I could be the older generation for a second. Sure, we were smoking and drinking at 14, but we didn't have iPads ruining our brains. Grandpa. I think the wall was moving. Oh, that's another story. Should we wait for Clip Clap, or should I tell that story? You technically got a bonus story. That's not really that much of a bonus story. But the next story does involve Guitar Hero, and is a true story. I think I may have already told it, but I don't give two shibs. But when I'm mainly on my tablet because my books are on it. And books are a good thing. Keep reading. Ain't nothing wrong with reading. Unless it's dirty smut. According to the Fox News character I've been playing off and on of this stream. Oh yeah, I mean, a reading story. I did read, it's not a long book at all, but I did read, like, the novella, I guess is its proper term, I Am Legend. I read that in, like, an hour and a half on a car ride, thinking it would take me longer, or I would take breaks to listen to music. I read, like, 50 books a day. Okay, but are they books? I mean, no offense to the books you read, but are they books, like, full-on books? Or are we talking, like, quick books? Not the... not the company or the app that does your accounting. We're talking, like, short stories. We're talking, like... Because 50 seems like a lot for a day. I don't think you're getting through like I don't think you're getting through like 50 Stephen Kings a day. Because sometimes that dude gets a little wordy. Oh gosh, this box is going to be the death of me. Because it's all nooks and crannies. It's all just nooks and crannies created by the box. No paper books, but books from real authors. You only read books written by authors? Guys and gals named Arthur?
That's something we can do while Clip Clap's away, because apparently he's going to take forever to do his laundry. Some of my favorite books. I enjoyed a lot a book called The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. Not a very long book, but a very good. Only Arthur's Publishing? But yeah, Ray Bradbury's Martian Chronicles, super dope. George Orwell, Animal Farm, and 1984, super dope. I also got into a bit of a Stephen King fix, but I have to warn people about Stephen King. That dude likes to do some weird shit in his books that then get fixed when they get adapted to movies, where they're like, obviously we're not going to do that, Stephen. But what sucks is like 95% of his book is like gold, and then there's just that like 5%. Sometimes it's even lower, like maybe even like a 3%, where you're just like, well, what were you thinking about this, Steve? And the truth is, he was super stoned and or drunk, because that dude has substance abuse issues. But the story itself is pretty rad, so I can recommend like The Shining, super dope. Dr. Sleep, the sequel, super dope. It, except for one chapter, super dope. Yeah, we have a handful of Stephen King books. We just kind of like, do we dig it? And I don't know about horror stories, but horror stories in book form are not scary to me. They're just interesting. Like, even when I was younger, I could do horror books just fine, but horror movies were a problem. I don't get scared by things I read. I don't know what that's about. Like, if it's a narrative story that's supposed to be scary, I can read it, no problem. Playing it or watching it, it depends. Depends on what kind of scurry story we're talking about here. Okay, so this one needs some TLC. Occasionally on the Tick of Talk, occasionally on that, there'll be somebody that's like, oh, you like this video game or movie, you should read this book. And I save those, and I never actually look up the book. That's something that I should get on for this year coming up. Because there are some, like in terms of video games, like I love the BioShock series. And I actually went so far as to read the young adult novel for the BioShock series. And, like, read the Wikipedia or the pedia or the wiki entries. Like, I love that series. So when someone's like, this book is like BioShock, I'm like, I should fucking read that then. Because I really liked that story, and I liked those games, so I should read it. Same thing with Red Dead Redemption. It's like, oh, this book is like Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like, then I should read it. I wonder if this is going to get done by my stop time. I'm hungry. I want some lunch. All right. And there's so many Stephen King books that I'm still shocked haven't been made into movies. Like, he did one under the name Richard Bachman called The Long Walk. That I was like, this could be adapted into a movie that would be super dope. Where there's like basically just this contest in this dystopian future where kids, you have to be under the age of 18. I think it's like 16 to 18. Or something. It's something like that. Maybe 15 to 18. But you can elect and you can sign up to do the long walk, which is basically you start in one spot and you walk towards another, and if you drop, you die. It's just like a long race, but the winner is the last person to not drop down and die. So it's just the story of kids talking to each other on this long walk and their strategies and kids dropping. And I'm like, that could be a pretty good movie. People love kids killing each other when it's the Hunger Games. Why not some Stephen King sauce on that shit? Supposed to see kids tomorrow for a party? Well, I imagine it's Christmas related. I don't think it's just time to see some kids. I mean, I would assume. Hello. And we got eye mucus. We got a little eye mucus on our bedding. Because we got a little eye infection. We don't know what from, but we know it sucks. It's Christmas with an eye infection. It blows. It really sucks. Christmas with an eye infection. Turning me into a Grinch-fection, if you know what I'm saying. Terrible pun, terrible song, because somebody's got an eye infection. Everything's getting washed. We're washing the carpet. I've been rubbing my eyes on the drapes. On the curtains. On the couch. Christmas with an eye infection. It blows. It sucks. I don't want to be that guy. Because obviously this is a cool level. It's cool for PowerWash Simulator to do this. It's cool for them to release it for free. But what's with these giant frickin' tree ornaments just hanging around? What is the purpose of these? Presents I get. The machines I get. Decorations, posters. But what's with the balls? What's with these just these like what was the purpose? Like what? Eye infection sucks because it also affects your nose and I think ears. Like what Kirk is using. Yeah, I mean, your eyes, you know, probably the most important of our senses. We gave up the ability to smell and hear like animals, evolutionarily speaking, so that we could see in crazy, vivid colors and whatnot. So you not being able to see, that's a big deal. Can you be a jellyfish? You'd like to give up being human to be a jellyfish? I'd give up being a human to be an octopus. That seems frickin' rad. They're basically like super intelligent aliens that live in the ocean. Boom. Floor. Clean. something with no eyes. Just because your eyes are feeling like shit right now. What is this a picture of? Oh, it's just the snowy mountain. Yeah, an octopus would be rad. Can I be a rock? Like everything everywhere all at once? You just want to rock out? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure. You just don't want to have eyes. Boom. All right. How am I not 90% yet? Son of a bee. Oh my gosh. Didn't even notice the stand and stretch. Yeah. Also, I don't have like a lot of Christmassy based stuff, but everything that I do have, like this hat with the Grinch's face on it, it's all green, so it's just gonna be invisible on the green screen. Oh, have I not? There we go. I was like, gosh, I've been at 89 forever. Mm-hmm. Come on. Kind of seems poetic that the last thing will be the sleigh, even though I know there's going to be nooks and crannies. I spent a lot of time trying to find the random spots that weren't clean. How much do I have left to clean? Well, I know that I have the sleigh. Basically, I have this corner that I know needs to be clean. I anticipate that once I get everything in this corner somewhat clean, I'm going to find out that certain areas need to be given another looking. And there's going to be some areas that with, you know, the nooks and the crannies would just say, you know what, not clean. We've decided. Not clean enough. I say Baldur's Gate is, it's worth it, man. And I'm trying it. What's real bummer is Hetrick, who I played some Apex on Wednesday with, he got the version on PlayStation, and there's no cross-play, which sucks a lot, because I really wish I could get a 4-player campaign going where you don't even use the companions. Because I think that would just be a whole lot of fun and chaos. I mean, I think it'd be fun. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of planning, and it's also like Baldur's Gate is a game where you just look down and next thing you know, it's been 5 hours. So it's not an easy thing for 4 people to plan to be available for that kind of amount of time. And that's like the second really hard part of it, is just like, oh, can you give 5 hours on Sunday? Boom. Pipe clean. You have Baldur's Gate? Lizzie? If I get it, yeah. It's fun. I know I've been singing nothing but its praises, but it is very fun. Alright. Now I'm just at the anticipation that I'll get this level done. Oh, that's shoddy workmanship. I mean, yeah, it's a game that just... It's a game that just took over my brain. I remember after the first couple sessions, I did have a dream about the game, and I was like, oh, jeez. I'm in deep with Baldur's Gate. And watching all the Spider-Man fans freak out about it was also really funny. No, Spider-Man was the game of the year. I'm like, I'm sure it was an okay game. Yeah, you're right. Boom, exit archway. Is now clean. And maybe this is enough for the grotto wall? Nope. What's missing on the grotto wall? What's missing? I ask you. I beg of you. What is missing on the grotto wall? What is missing on the grotto wall? What is missing? What is missing on the grotto wall? Oh, it's underneath this. There we go. Oh, we got a bunch of cats in the chat. If I wasn't allergic to cats, there'd be a cat emote, but I'm allergic to cats, so there is no cat emote. Sorry. Blame my inability to be near cats. Without drugs. My body has just rejected cats. It said, cats? No thank you. Dogs? Cool. Cats? No. Sorry. Can't help you there. There we go. $95. $96. Yeah, I mean, now that I said that, and I see the woof in the chat, I don't really have any dog-based emotes either. Mostly just Vinnie Price, milk, a tail from The Fat Spy, which is one of the worst movies we've ever watched. There we go. I'll get Baldur's Gate by January. Hey man, that's all good. Oh, buddy. Hey, and even if you don't get it for me, you get Baldur's Gate for yourself. Here's the deal, Kirk. I get Baldur's Gate. You get West of Loathing. Alright, doors clean. Like I said, I'm gonna at least get it on the wish list as soon as the stream is over. doesn't seem very expensive. And who doesn't love comedy and stick figures? Boom. Floor clean. Sleigh track. Clean. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get this before 1 p.m. my time. Boom, sleigh track. Clean, baby. Now we get the ride. The sleigh. A vehicle that runs on coal and children's happiness, as well as reindeer flight, which I believe is mostly caused by the magic of Christmas. Santa's sleigh comes with power steering, 6 cup holders, and enough storage to store all of the gifts for all the children around the world that believe in Christmas. It also has 1,500 horsepower and has the ability to leave the atmosphere. It also comes only in cherry red with green accent. It is also top down every day of the year, so make sure to pack your coat for Santa's sleigh. Coming to your local Hyundai dealer in 2028. Purchase of a Santa sleigh comes with home installation of Christmas magic chargers. Which is the equivalent of getting around the entire world in a single night per charge, but does take about 250 days for a complete charge. Oh, these sleigh bells, dude. What the hell is up with the sleigh bells? Now, in accordance with state law of California, I have to let you know that Santa's sleigh does contain materials known to cause cancer in certain amounts. But, let's be honest, every building in California has to have that logo or that poster on its door, because it seems like every single one of them does. Every building in California has something contained in it that may give you cancer. Which makes me believe that every building is made with materials that may or may not give you cancer. Also, this sleigh will come with anti-Grinch theft technology to make sure that it is not stolen by any green characters that wish to bring down the holiday of Christmas. Getting sloppy as I see the end of the road here. Man. I'm also so tired of cleaning lanterns. I don't want to see another lantern in this game ever again. It's like, Santa, get with the times. Get, like, some simple actual lighting in here. I'm gonna have to get on top of that sack, aren't I? Oh, I'm gonna have to get on top of that just to get it clean. Yes, clip plant. I want to add you as a Steam friend. I would say if you don't want people to know your Steam name, or you don't want that to be said out loud, because I'm pretty sure my Steam name is the same as my name on everything else. If you need to search for it. But if you'd like to wait until the end of the stream and then put it in as soon as the stream is over so that nobody sees it pop up, that is totally cool. Yeah, that was something I had to discuss with Kiwi, because I'm by no means like a really popular streamer, and I have like a lot of people that might want to stalk and or murder me. But I was like, if you don't want your name on anything, you gotta take that stuff into consideration. I unfortunately titled the podcast I did with my brother the Asher Brothers Podcast, so now it's pretty easy to figure out who both of us are at any time. Can't find it under Kirk has glasses. Oh. Alright. Let me get it to you on the Discord. Kirk has contacts now. Nah, I don't think I'll ever get contacts. I don't like the idea of putting something on my eye. I don't like it. I never liked it. I don't even like the idea of it. It makes me kind of sick. Putting something directly on my eye. I don't want to do it. Okay, so this hook. Where is the dirt? Where's the dirt? Tell me where the dirt is so I can just clean it off. There we go. Boom, baby. Nuggets. So close. The sack cord is its own thing. For reals. The sack cord. Oh boy. Oh my god, there's such a long list. Stock cabinets. Are you kidding? Okay, clean. Slay lantern hooks. You son of a... So much of it is clean. Input curtain. Are you kidding? What's dirty about this curtain? Come on. Come on. Are you serious? Hey, what's still dirty? Fantastic. Nutcracker staves. What in the H? Okay, Nutcracker staves. Lanterns. Of course it's a fucking lantern. Which one? Which lantern is not clean? Which lantern? Which lantern? There's only one. There's only one of them. Sometimes these are just ass. You passed it? Ah. One of these giant frickin' baubles. This waste of space. Grotto skirting. Grotto skirting. Looking for some grotto skirting. Grotto skirting. Ah, you son of a bee. Giant bauble tops. Of course it's that one. Fireplace gonk? Oh. No, nothing like a fireplace gonk. Employee door sign. Decoration machine output curtain in the cheer checker window. The cheer checker window, you say. Boom. And now the output, that's the input. Where's the output curtain? Decoration machine output curtain. Where did Jack? What? Oh, that's up there. You dirty, 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 dirty. Alright. Only took a couple hours, but it got clean. Thanks to you, Christmas is saved. All the machines are back up and running, and every present has been made, wrapped, and packed tightly in Santa's sack of infinity, ready for delivery. And surprisingly, Ivor's new invention was flat no from Santa. Whilst it saved us on this occasion, Santa reasoned that the occasion itself was quite niche, and that a spraying machine that covers any surface in a delicious coating of ice cream might not be what the grown-ups of this world need right now. Oh well, back to the drawing board for Ivor, but at least we'll all get to have fun at our Christmas party. P.S. Santa says, you've shot straight to the top of the good list. Saving Christmas over here. Thank you, Lizzie and Clip Clap and Shadow, who was here for a while. I don't know if Shadow's still around. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good Christmas Eve and Christmas if you celebrate it, or just a good Sunday and Monday if you don't. and I will be back Wednesday. I will not be streaming tomorrow on Christmas Day. I will be back Wednesday, and I haven't decided if I'm doing something New Year's Eve because it'll be in the morning, but I might do something. It won't be PowerWash Simulator. I have decided that, but we shall see what it is when it happens. All right, but I just wanted to see, when did he mention it shot ice cream, and it's down here. Have a good one, everybody, and I will see you next time. Peace.